Hello friends, this is my third video on chapter power sharing. I've already done two videos on it, and we have started with the case studies. Firstly, we have discussed about the case of Belgium, and in second video I have discussed about the Sri Lankan case. Right, now to continue with the same thing, let's see what Sri Lankan government had done. Right, we have discussed that the Sri Lanka is having a population where one community, that is Sinhal speaking community, is in clear majority, and the Tamilians are in minority group. Now what happened after that? In 1956, Act of 1956 passed by the Sinhalese government, that was formed after the independence of Sri Lanka, and they have introduced certain things in this act. Now let's recapitulate again. They declared Buddhism as a national religion, means the religion of the majority community was taken as a national religion, neglecting the religion of minority community. Then Sinhalese became the official language of Sri Lanka, again neglecting the Tamil language. Government and high university posts were reserved for Sinhalese candidates. The government started preferring the candidates from the Sinhal community, and they started giving high posts to the people of the same community. Right now, all these steps somewhere led Tamilians, they started thinking that they are alienated, they are neglected, the government is insensitive towards their culture, language, etc. So this led to a resentment amongst the Tamilian community, and they formed their political party. They formed various organizations, the Tamilians, and they started keeping their demands in front of the government. Many times it was kept, but the government neglected, the government rejected all these demands. So finally, the political party of Tamilian political party, they demanded that a region which is highly populated by the Tamilians people, only in that region should be declared as Tamil state, and the Tamilians should also get autonomous power to rule that particular region. They can form their own government. So this demand of creation of a separate Tamil state within Sri Lanka is called the demand of Tamil Elam, separate state for Tamilians. Right now, I've used term autonomous power. Now, the autonomous power means the decision taking power. Means if a region is under me, then I am the only one to take the decision. No other can take the decision. So Tamilians wanted that the Tamilian populated region in Sri Lanka should be declared as Tamil state, Tamil Elam, and they can form their government there, and this Tamilian government can take autonomous decisions, can take their own decision without the influence of Sinhalese people, and they can rule that particular region. This was the popular reaction of the people. Now Sinhalese government was not in this they opposed this demand of Tamilians, and this led to a clash between the two communities. Many times clashes took place, and it leads to civil war situation. I have already discussed about the civil war. Again, I am telling you, within one nation, when groups of people, they or two groups or more than two groups of two different or communities, they fight for power, they fight for the position, then and involved in violent actions, such condition is called civil war. So many people died of both the communities. There were frequent violent clashes between these two communities, and this carried on for a long period. Right, so this is the majoritarianism. This model of Sri Lanka is called majoritarianism, as the name is suggesting, majority community, the people who are in majority, they will going to rule the nation. They will going to impose their will on the minority community. They will enjoy more rights as compared to the minorities one. Such a model is called majoritarianism, and this was adopted by Sri Lankan government. So this is how they saw the problem. The Sri Lankan government saw the problem, and they resolved this. They tried to resolve this problem, but it leads to clashes between the two communities, and both the communities were not satisfied with this. It created a chaos in the Sri Lanka. So this is all about the Sri Lankan model of majoritarianism, how they resolved this issue of majority and minority. Right. So in the next video, I'll be discussing how the Belgian government have solved their problems, and then we'll do a comparative study of the two nations. So please watch the next video, like, share, review this video. See, your reviews are very important, your comments are very important, because you can suggest me the changes that you want me to do in my videos, so that I'm doing it for your benefit, for your improvement. So please write your reviews, and please subscribe my channel. Thank you.